Hi, everyone. I'm Steve. I'm here with Brian Sanchez, who is a personal trainer at Fitness for 10 in Carson City. Thanks for being here, Brian. All right, we're going to talk about shoes. What kind of shoes should you wear in the gym? First of all, we don't have many rules in our gyms. Okay, one of them is you have to wear shoes. Your toes have to be covered. And I've seen guys, I'm like going, oh, you gotta be kidding me. They don't put the clamp on, they're doing something, with a bar. There's no clamp on it. One side falls off. Actually saw a guy a few weeks ago almost hit his foot. Oh, he lost his balance because he didn't have a clamp on there and he wasn't wearing shoes. Then it went up and lost it on the other side and almost hit his other foot. I'm like, oh my gosh. So, first of all, wear shoes. Make sure your toes are covered. And he was, well, don't you know how good it is to be barefoot? And you're not grounding in our functional area. This is not even real grass. It's turf. It's fake. Just so you know. So yes, I get the benefit of grounding with no shoes, but outside, not on fake grass. So yeah, especially yeah, right. All right. So what do you got on best shoes for the gym or for working out? It depends, huh?
Yeah, but I get asked this all the time, and it just came up because I was asked, and I wear a fighting style shoe. It's a mat shoe, nothing fancy, um, but I've worn all kinds of shoes. Uh, Shoes are very specific, and people don't pay attention to that. If you're with me and you're wearing a $200 pair of running shoes that have a monster cushion on them, and you're going upstairs with me to do some kind of performance training where I know you're going to be cutting, going left, going right, I am horrified if you're wearing running shoes because I'm so afraid that your side of your shoe is going to catch the turf and your foot's going to roll. For runners, you've done this. I know you've done this where you've hit an uneven surface, and because your shoes are lifted by an inch or so, your your uh, your ankle rolls. It's not necessarily supposed to do that, but when you're doing cuts and things like that, and you're doing these really aggressive workouts on turf and things like that, running shoes, in my opinion, are the absolute enemy. Now, on the treadmill, absolutely running shoes. On outside on the pavement when you're running, without question, running shoes. When you're in the gym lifting weights, and there's a reason for that. And that's the same with walking shoes. There's this beautiful shoe I have. It's a walking shoe made by, I won't say the name. Um, but the I'm a heavy guy. So it's like walking on pillows. They're so soft. They're so beautiful. They're so cushiony. But I don't use them when I'm squatting because that cushion throws off my balance. That cushion takes away from my feet engaging the ground. That cushion, if something goes wrong, is going to destabilize me because it lifts me off the ground like an inch and a half. It should lift me 2 inches, but I squish it down a little bit because I'm a fat kid. Um, with that, I think the perfect shoe in the gym, you either go minimalist, which is, some kind of shoe with a very thin sole. You are not barefoot. The extreme side is you can see those ones where people wear where they put their toes in them and stuff like that. I've never tried them. I think they look goofy, so I don't wear them. But I know they're probably fantastic in the gym. I either wear a mat shoe or an actual trainer. All companies make them. You can buy these trainers. There's enough cushion to do sprinting on the turf. There's enough cushion to do jumps. There's enough cushion to do sprints. in short bursts when you're doing performance training. But at the same time, if you're squatting, deadlifting, and things of this nature, if you're using a trainer, some form of a trainer shoe, there's cushions not too thick to take away your balance and your feel. When I'm using heavy weights in the squats, in the deadlifts, and things like that, I am absolutely on the thinnest sole I can have. Now, some people like the cushions, the weightlifting shoes that bring the heel up a little bit. I don't care for that. I want to be on the ground. I want my feet flat. Um, Sandals. Stop wearing sandals in the gym. You're going to destroy your feet. They're not safe and they slip. Even if somebody might think, well, I was just doing military presses or I was just bench pressing, bruh. Look, you do leg drives. Your leg drive in those lifts is how you plant your feet and help support the weight, even when you're laying on your back in a flat push. If you slip out on the foot, everything else moves, it drops. The bar's going somewhere, and it most likely isn't going up, but it'll definitely land on your chin, your chest, your shoulders, your back, your neck. Stop with the sandals in the gym. Wear shoes. Don't go barefoot. Not only because safety, but for a lot of you people out there, your feet are skanky. Did I just cancel myself, Steve?
Yeah, no, you're good.
Okay.
Just
Steve,
being honest. So, yeah, you mentioned cross trainers. Those are great for the gym because you can do a lot of things in
do a
them.
lot of stuff with
You
it.
can get on the treadmill. You can do a recumbent bike, climbers. You can lift weights. So cross trainers are a good choice overall for the gym. What I use is also kind of a flat shoe, but it's kind of more like a basketball shoe,
Mhm.
kind of a low top basketball shoe. That's what I use. A lot of tennis shoes are really just for show and they don't really have a lot of support. So you want something that's kind of made for a sport like basketball or cross trainers. Those are my best choices. Um, so like I said, I use kind of also flat. It's really a kind of a basketball shoe, flat top or a low top basketball shoe. That's usually what I work out in. And they're not as ideal for jogging because they're a little harder. The sole's firmer, but it works for everything. So that's what I use. You're right about the things not to wear. You don't want open toes, flip flops, or sandals, or I got my shoes on. No, you don't. So that's my 2 cents on what kind of shoes I wear.
Yeah, stop with the Crocs in the gym. Look cool outside of the gym.
For sure. All right, Brian, as always, we appreciate your input and we'll see you next time.
Take care, everyone.